Hello everyone, welcome to the channel IGCSE&GCE Maths School. Today too we are going to start the discussion of past paper. Now we are discussing the past paper 1H of Mathematics F IGCSE Edexcel January 2023 H1 paper of Mathematics of Edexcel IGCSE January 2020. We have discussed up to now 21 questions. Now today we are going to start from the question 22, that is uh, arithmetic series questions. This question of arithmetic series, arithmetic sequences, right? Okay, now we'll see. Here's the question. They say first term, that is TNOA equals 2t plus 1, and it's Tn, the nth term, equals 14 t minus 5. Then common difference equals 3. Then sum of first n terms equals p within brackets qt minus 1 and close brackets and the power r, simple r. Then where they say p, q, and r are integers, then p, q, r, these letter terms are integers. Therefore, they are negative, positive, whole numbers. They are negative or positive whole numbers. Integers are negative or positive whole numbers, including 0. Then here they say p, q, r are integers. That means p, q, r must be whole numbers, negative or positive. We don't know that. That we have to find, right? Okay. Now then we have to find the values of p, q, and r, right? Okay. Now they have given a statement S1 and S10. That is the first n terms. We know the formula to find the first n terms of arithmetic sequence, that is Sn equals n over n divided by 2 times within brackets 2a plus n minus 1 within brackets into d, the whole thing, right? Okay. Then we write the formula because we have the Sn statement for Sn, statement for the first n number of terms. The expression for the sum of first n number of terms of the sequence. This is the statement of the sum of first n number of terms of the sequence. Then we write the formula for that. We have a formula Sn equals n divided by 2, then in brackets 2a plus n minus 1 within brackets d. So this is the formula for find the sum of first n number of terms of any arithmetic sequence. Then this n is the number of terms, but we don't know how much it is. We don't know how much it is. Then we have to find the value because this ultimate expression in which the sum of first n number of should be shown does not have n. Therefore, this n must have been got rid of by doing something. We will see that later on. And here also n is there. Then we have a is there here, this 2t plus 1, and d is there, that is 3. Then we will first of all find the expression for n, because n and because here it is everything in p, q, t. T is t itself. T is this t itself. So therefore, let's try to find statement in first place for this n in terms of t, right? Okay. Now for that we will use this Tn formula. Tn formula. That is the formula for first n number of terms, right? Okay. Now for that we know another formula for finding n term of arithmetic sequence, that is to find the nth term, to find the nth term of the formula, we know nth term Tn equals a plus n minus 1 d. So that is right. Okay. Tn equals a plus n minus 1 d. Right. Okay. Then Tn, they have given the Tn formula. See, nth term is 14, substitute here. 14 t minus 5 equals, that is given here. Instead of Tn, we write the expression given for Tn in the question. Right? Then go to the next one. A is given, that is our 2t plus 1. There we can substitute 2t plus 1 for n also, because 2t plus 1 is the statement given for A. Then we write this 2t minus 1. Okay. Then plus this one. is plus sign. Then n minus 1. Then n minus 1 is here. We write it as it is n minus 1. D we know 3. Okay. Now we will try to find the value of n in terms of t. We will try to find the statement for n in terms of t. Right? Then what we do is we first of all remove brackets. Then 18t minus 5 equals to t minus 1, and plus, and then 3 times 1 is 3n. 3 times minus 3 is minus 3. Okay. We have removed brackets. Now all what we have to do is to make in the subject, then keeping this 3n on this side, bring all other terms to this side, then you get here 14t minus 5, then t 2t comes here, then minus 2t, minus 1 comes here, becomes plus 1, then you get here minus 3, it's brought here, then it will become plus 3 and equals, what is left on this side is 3n, right? Okay. Now we have made, we are going to make and the subject. Now we have made 3n subject. Now this side we can simplify, 14t minus 2 is 12t. Then here you get minus 5. Then here you get plus 1, plus 3, plus 1, plus 3, 4. Then minus 5, minus 5 plus 4 equals minus 1. Now this is all together. All these terms are simplified. All these terms on this side, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. So all 5 terms can be simplified to my 12t minus 1. All those terms. So simplify to 12t minus 1 and equals on this side 3, and then divide both sides by 3. You are getting what? Something. Here minus 5 plus 1. No? Yes. I made a mistake here, I think. Right? Okay. This one here. Then this a is 2t plus 1. Sorry. 2t plus 1. Then here also plus 1. Then what happens to that plus 1? When it comes to this side, it becomes minus 1. Okay. It becomes minus 1. It's minus 1. Then here it is minus 5, minus 1, minus 6, minus 6 plus 3, minus 3. Okay. That is how it comes. Then here, now we divide this. We take the common factor 3 out here. We can't cancel like this. That's totally wrong because of this negative sign. Therefore, what you want to cancel, you have to develop a product. You have to develop a product on in the numerator and denominator both. Then only you can cut the numbers like that. That so-called cutting was wrong. So therefore, you write here how much here? 14t minus 2t is 12t. Then 14t minus 2t is 12t. Here it is 12t. 12t. Then we get 12t. Then 12t. 20 here it is minus 5, minus 1, minus 6, minus 6 plus 3, minus 3. Minus 3 over. What is that other one? You are divided by 3. We divided both sides by 3 now. Okay. Now can cancel. Now here to cancel, what do you have to do? So you have to take what? You have to take this common factor 3, then take the common factor 3 out, then what is left here? 40, then minus 1 divided by 3. Then here it is 10, right? Then divide that also by 3. Then what are you getting? You are getting n equals how much? 40 minus 1, right? Now we found a statement for n in terms of t. Now we have found statement in terms of t for n. Then substitute. To this side is n equals, substitute that n value in this formula, then here it is n, substitute in that n statement for n in t, that is 40 minus 1, is like this, 40 minus 1 over 2, then 2a is how much? A is given 2t plus 1, 2t plus 1, substitute that a statement given in the question in terms of, in place of this a also, and then plus 1. Then here n minus 1, n minus 1. Then we develop a statement for n, right? Here, again, this one. Then substitute it here. What is that? 40 minus 1, this minus 1. N here 40 minus 1 means this n part, then this minus 1 is this one, right? Okay, then how much? 3. That is d value. 3. Then we simplify this one. Then 40 minus 1 over 2. Then 2t plus 1 plus then here you can write 40 minus 2, no? 40 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2, then 3. Okay, now you remove brackets. Then it will be 40 minus 1 over 2 brackets. Then 2t plus 1, 2t plus 1 plus then here you remove brackets by multiplying by 3. 3 times 40 is 12t. 12t. 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. Okay. Now take it that. Then you take it this way. Inside you can simplify 40 minus 1 over 2. Then you get here 2t, 12t, 14t. 14t. And this right, again we have made a mistake, I think here. 2a. Then here there is what we call this 2 here. If this is the a value, then that whole thing multiplied by this 2. That is how it comes. This 2. Right? This whole thing multiplied by this 2. This is the a term. Then there's a simplification here. Then you remove brackets 2 times 2, t, 40. This 40. And 2 times plus 1, plus 2 actually. Let's take as code, right? Okay. Now, okay, now here it is again 40 plus 2. Then here 3 times 4, 12t, and 3 times minus is minus 6. Now, okay, now here 40 plus 12 is 16t. 16t. Then 2 minus 6 is minus 4. Right, okay. Now what you can do is this. Now you can take the common factor out from this one. Then you get here 40 minus 1 divided by, take the common factor out for this. You can take common factor 4, right? You can take common factor 4. Then within brackets you get 40 what? Minus 1. Okay. Right. Then you can cancel this and this 2 times, then this 2. Then what is left here is, I'll write it here. What is left here is this 2 is there. Then we will write this 2 before all other terms. Then it will be 2. Then next one is 40 minus 1 into this one is 40 minus 1. Okay. Now 40 minus 1 into 40 minus 1 means 40 minus 1 whole thing square. This is like x into x. That is x square. A into A equals A, like that. Then 40 minus 1 into 40 minus 1 means 40 minus 1 whole thing square. Then you write it here. 2 40 minus 1 whole thing square. Right. That is the. Then we will find what is in place of P, what is in place of Q, what is in place of R. Here, in place of P is what? 2. Then P equals how much? 2. Then what is in place of Q? What is in place of Q? That is the coefficient of T. Coefficient is 4. Then Q equals how much? 4. Then what is the in place of R? R is the power of I is equals how much? Then R equals. So these are the answers. Right. Done. Okay. That question is over. Go to the next one. Next one. 22nd question is over. Now we are moving to 23rd. Say something like this. I will just erase of this. Okay, then if you want to write this, stop the video and write each part, and you have that facility. The video, and so you can. I will erase of this because I have enough space to do the next sum, this sum of the board. So I erase of this. Again and again, watch the video and understand how those steps are performed, and accordingly. Okay, right. Right, now next question is question number 23. Right, okay. Question number 20. Question number 23. They say ABCD is a kite. Right, so you write name like this. ABCD is a kite. Right. It is like this. Now in a kite, there are two pairs of equal sides. What are the properties? Two pairs, then this side equals this side equals this side. Then this is the longer diagonal and this is the shorter diagonal. Then longer diagonal is perpendicular to the shorter diagonal, and shorter diagonal is perpendicular to the longer diagonal, and longer diagonal cuts the shorter diagonal into two equal parts. Then actually perpendicular bisector of the shorter diagonal is the longer diagonal. Therefore this part equals this part. So these are the properties of our kite. Right. Then they say AB equals AD. Then there are two sides of this side equals this side. Then they say AB equals what? AB equals AD. AD. Then CB equals CD. CB equals CD. So that's what this is. CB equals CD. Right. Now, then this must be the two pairs of equal sides. Then if this is A, this is B, then AB equals AD. Then like this. AB equals AD. Like, okay. It should come like other thing is what? CB equals CD. That means this one. These are the points. Okay. Now they ask something, right? What is that? The point B has coordinates C1. Then this part equals this part. That means this point is the midpoint of line BD. Right? Okay. This perpendicular to this one. Here there's 90 degrees. Right? Okay. Then point B has coordinate K1. B. This one B1. B has coordinate K1. This coordinate K1. Its coordinate is K, Y equals 1. Then where K is a negative constant. This is negative. This is actually negative value. K is a negative constant. Right? K is a negative constant. Negative constant, right? You can't get positive value for that. Then where K is a negative constant, the point D has coordinates 8, 7. D, this one, 8, 7. Coordinates 8, 7. X point 8 and Y coordinate 7. Right. Then 8, 7. The straight line L passes through the point B and D. Then there's a straight line passing through point B and D, right? That's this line, this BD line. There is a straight line L. And that straight line BD line is called L. Then BD is the line L. Line L. Okay. BD is the line L. BD is the line L. Right. Okay. Then they say the straight line L is parallel to the line with equation 5y minus 3x minus then L BD line. Then that means L is parallel y equals what? They are given the equation of the line to which this L is parallel. Then 5y minus 3x. 5y minus 3x. So, no. Let's say 5y minus 3x equals 6. This is the equation of the line to which BD is parallel. Otherwise, line L is parallel. Right? Now, what is asked? They are finding an equation of AC. Then you have to find what? Find the equation of AC. Find equation of AC. That is what task. Find the equation of AC line. AC line means this line. This line. Oh, this line. Right. 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 Okay. Then to find the line of AC, we need the gradient of AC. And we need the intercept because line AC is a straight line. Therefore, line AC will be of the form of equation of a straight line graph, that is y equals mx plus c. Then we want to find these two values and substitute into this. That's all. Find the m value of that is the gradient of AC line, and find the intercept of AC line, y intercept, and substitute into this one. That is what we want to do. Then how do we do that? Then we will write like this: gradient of AC, right? Okay. Then a gradient, we have to find those two. M. How the gradient of AC. Right. This is the thing. Now, first of all, if you know if this line is perpendicular to this line, then we can apply the relationship between gradients of perpendicular lines. What is the relationship between gradients of perpendicular lines? Then gradients of perpendicular lines multiply into -1. That means m1 into m1 into m2 equals -1. That is the gradient relationship of perpendicular lines, because this is a pair of perpendicular lines, AC and BD. So we have to get the gradient of AC from the gradient of BD, because they are perpendicular by applying the gradient relationship of perpendicular lines. What is the gradient relationship of perpendicular lines? If there are two perpendicular lines like this, let's say this is number one line, this is number two, then this if two lines are perpendicular, then gradient relationship will be let's say this gradient is m1, this gradient is m2, then it will be m1 into m2 equals -1. So this is the gradient relationship between two perpendicular lines. Then if the gradient relation between two perpendicular lines is that, the same can be applied to this one for BD and AC, because BD is perpendicular to AC. So that if you know the gradient of this BD line, if you know the gradient of this one as 2, then to find the gradient of m2, what we do is m1, we substitute that gradient of m1 that into this equation, this relationship, that gradient of m1 is 2, then you put 2 in the place of m1 and multiply it by m2 equals -1. Then m2 equals how much? Then -1. No, 2 is taken by the side, addition as this multiplication on this side, right? Okay. Then same principle can be applied here, as if you know the gradient of BD, you can use this relationship and get the gradient of AC, right? Then you can write here to get the gradient. Then you can write here gradient m will symbolize the gradient of gradient as m. Then m of what? BD into m of AC equals -1. Then m of AC equals -1 over m of what? BD. This is the principle. Then let's try to find m of BD. And we will try to get how do you get the m of BD? M of BD can be found from this one. Here they say MD again. They say line L is parallel to pi x minus 3x. Line L is nothing but this BD line. They say BD is line L. Right? BD is line L. They say a straight line pass through line BD. That means they say straight line pass through points B and D. That means this is the only line passing through B and D. That means this straight line, what that is said by them, the straight line L is nothing but this line BD. That's why I put here BD is line L. Okay, according to what they say in the question. Right. Then there is another relationship between parallel lines. Gradient relationship between parallel lines. Like these are two parallel lines. Two parallel lines. They are not permanent. They are two parallel lines. What are parallel lines? They are the lines which are going with the same distance between the lines. If there are lines, if the lines are going with the same distance between line everywhere, then those lines are parallel lines. Parallel lines never meet. They go like railway lines, right? The lines never meet, right? Like that. Okay. Then if lines are parallel, let's say this gradient is M1, this gradient is M2. If the lines are parallel, the gradient relationship between parallel lines is that they are equal. Then M1 equals M2. Then what is the principal gradient relationship between parallel lines? Gradients between parallel lines are equal. Gradients of parallel lines are equal. Gradients of parallel lines are equal. So therefore, if they say that the line L is parallel to this line, that means gradient of this line equals gradient of the line L. Therefore, now find gradient of what? Now find the gradient of let's say gradient of you'll find gradient of line line 5y minus 3x equals 6. How do you find that? You make y the subject. You convert this into y equals mx plus c form, making y the subject. Convert 5y minus 3x equals 6. Then y equals how much? 6 plus 3x over how much? 5. Like this. These I made y the subject here. First I took this minus 3x, which side became plus 3x. Then 5y equals 6 plus 3x. Then as it is 5y, 5 was divided by both sides was divided by 5 to make y the subject here, right? Now y is in this form now. This y equals mx plus c form as it's a straight line, right? Now the gradient is this part, this portion. This one. Gradient will be the portion of x, that is 3 over 5. Then here the gradient m equals how much? 3 over 5. 3 over 5 is the gradient of line, this line. Gradient of this line is 3 over 5. They say this line BD is parallel to this line of equation of pi y minus 3x equals 6. Then they say that the gradient of this BD line, they say this line BD is parallel to line BD is nothing but L. Then that line L is parallel to the line pi y minus 3x equals 6. Okay. Then as line L is nothing but line BD, then we can say that line BD is parallel to pi y minus 3x equals 6. Then we found that if the line BD is parallel to pi y minus 3x equals 6, then the gradient of BD equals the gradient of pi y minus 3x equals 6 line. Then we have found the gradient of line pi y minus 3x equals 6. That's 3 over 5. 3 over 5. To find the gradient of the line pi y minus 3x equals 6, you have to make the rearrange this into the form y equals mx plus c. That is the general formula of a straight line graph equation, right? That's what we did here. Y was made the subject. Now this is now in the form y equals mx plus c, right? Okay. What is instead of f? That is option of it. That is the gradient of what? line 5y minus 3x equals 6. As the BD is parallel to line 5y minus 3x equals 6, the gradient of BD and gradient of 5y minus 3x equals 6 are equal. Therefore, gradient of line BD is how much? Nothing but 3 over 5. Therefore, we write here M of AC. Gradient of AC equals minus 1 over, what is that? 3 over 5. 3 over 5. Then this can be written, take this up by turning this upside down. Then minus 1 into how much? 5 over 3. Then equals how much? Minus 5 over 3. Okay. That is the gradient of what? Line. The gradient of line is what we want. Here that means you can write now here y equals, what is this? Minus 1 minus 5 over 3x. Then we want to find this one C. How do you find C? To find C, now this line AC passes through this point. This point of is the midpoint of this D. Right? Okay, then to find, we want to find the midpoint by using midpoint formula. That means x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y over 2. Before that, we have to find this x value to find the coordinates of this point. This is the midpoint. We are going to find the coordinates of the midpoint because we need the coordinates of this point to find C. What we do is take the coordinates of this point and substitute in this formula and find C. That is all, right? Then we will find this one. That is here. We will find first of all K. K is what? K is what is K? This. Right. What is K? K, to find K, because K equation of BD is given. Equation of BD. That's another point. We have to find the equation of BD also for finding this K. Right. We will do that. We know anyhow the gradient of BD. Gradient of BD is nothing but this one, 3 over 5, because that is like this line. Gradient of L is the same as the gradient of line 5y minus 3x equals 6, as those two lines BD and 5y minus 3x equals 6 are parallel. So therefore, we can write that and get that. Okay. We can write the. We can use the gradient formula. No need. We can try use the gradient formula and find this fact. Gradient equals gradient formula. Gradient of BD equals what? You get two values, y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Right, now substitute. You take this as we'll take one coordinate as 8 7. This is, we will take x1 y1. Other coordinate we will take as k1. Then we take as x2 y2. Okay, we will take that. Right, now using the gradient, we know gradient sum of this 3 over 5. 3 over 5. That's the gradient of this line 5y minus 3x equals 6, as that line is parallel to line B. Okay. Then 3 over 5. Then 3 over 5 equals y1. Substitute. Y1 how much? 1. Then y2 7. Okay. So y1. Y1 is here 7. Minus y2. Y2 is how much? 1 over x1 8. Minus that one is k. Okay, like that. Now, we use cross multiplication. Take this to this side and multiply. Take this to this side and multiply. Therefore, 5 into that one. Sorry, take this to this, always this bottom part to top. Here, this bottom part to top. Right. Then take that side. Then that will be 3 within brackets 8 minus k. This one is how much? 5 within brackets 7 minus 1 means how much? That is 6. 7 minus 1. Okay, 6. Okay. Then here we get how much 8 minus k and times 3, that means 24 times minus 3k equals how much here is 30. Then 30, then we want to find the value k, then take k result 24 minus 30 equals 3k, then k equals how much minus 6 and that is actually 3k divided by 3 how much this one minus 3, right? Then k equals how much minus 3. Okay, k equals minus 3 now. This one, then this coordinate will be minus 3 1. They say k is a negative constant. That is quite correct. We get negative whole number, right? Okay. Then like you have to go minus 30 minus 6 case. Okay, right? Then k value was found. Then we want to find this midpoint. To find the midpoint, we use the midpoint formula. What is the midpoint formula? Midpoint equals, you write midpoint. Midpoint equals x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2. We are going to find the coordinates of this midpoint. That is the midpoint of BD line. Now we have the coordinates, two coordinates of 2 points on that line, right? Two ends of that line BD, right? Then we substitute x1 plus x2. What is x1 minus 3 plus that x value 8. Then divide by 2. What is the y? y1 1 plus 7. Then 1 plus 7 divided by how much? 2, right? Then this one is 5 divided by 2. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Then this one is 8 divided by 2 is 4. Then 2.5 and 4. So that will be the what? This this coordinate pair. Then this coordinate pair, that is how much? 2, 2.5, 4. That is this point coordinate. Then now we know the coordinates of one point through which A pass. Now we can apply that pair of coordinates to find C here. Then we find substituting what 2.5 and 4. Right, this one into this one. How much? Then y coordinate is how much? 2.5. Then equals what? So 4. 4. Then equals minus 5 over 3. Into x coordinate is how much? 2.5. 2.5 plus c. Then 4. Then we will this time 2 times minus 5. Sorry, 2.5 times minus 5. How much? 12 minus 12.5 over 3 and plus c. Then take this to this side. 4. Then plus, this become plus, then it goes this side. 12.5 over 3 equals c. Then if you add here, take the common denominator here, denominator is 1, that is common denominator will be 3. Then to convert this into common, multiply by 3, multiply also by 12. Then this one common multiply to convert this into common denominator 3, so multiply 1, multiply this by 1, 12.5 equals c. Then you get here 12, how much? 24.5 over 3 is the C. Then we can find this, write this equation AC, equation of AC, what y equals 1 minus 5 over 3 x plus 20 24.5 they say divided by 3. Can't we convert this into decimal alone? Then it will be we can write it like this: 24.5. We can write as 24.5. Then that is divided by 3. Then 24.5 we can write as 45. 2 times 2 times 2, 4, 48, 45 over 3. Then sure, it's nicely dividing. Sorry, no, 45. So then it can be 45 over 2 divided by these 3. Then this one we can take 3 up, then it will be 45 over 2 into 1 over 3, then it will be 45 over 2 to 6, like this. Then this can be written as 6 times for 45, how much? 6 times 7, 42, 3 is left. Then it will be 1.5, like that. Yeah, 7 times 2, 50. 1.5. Then you can further, if you want further cancel this, no? 3 times 3, 3 times 15, yes. 3 times 2, 3 times 50 is 15, 7.5. 7.5. So that is the equation of what is. Okay, so you have a nice time. So very good question. We stop with it. The video became very, very long. Okay, I'm very sorry about that. There's nothing to do, but I think right. Anyhow, we stop this video here, and thank you very much for watching until the end and expecting to cover the other. There's one more question in next video. Thank you very much.